Hello everyone and welcome to the channel for the German Schmear Specialist. My name is Thomas. I am the owner, founder, and chief operator of the company. We were founded in 2019 and have been doing homes across the nation ever since. Today we're going to be talking about some of the misinformation, misconceptions, and key information in regards to the German Schmear craft. There is a lot of misinformation out there on the web, mainly from these big, giant, lead-based companies that I'm not going to mention names of. And if you're a professional tradesman watching this video, I'm sure you understand the frustrations of having some of these companies try to dictate the average price of things, or the way that your process is supposed to be, or the materials that are supposed to be used. There's just a lot of misinformation out there, and I'm just wanting to set it right a little bit. And before I get into all of it, I should give you some of my credentials so that you know what I'm saying comes from experience, knowledge, and trial and errors over the years. So like I said, I'm Thomas. I'm the owner of the company German Schmear Specialist. It's all we do. It's our craft. It's our specialty. It's our passion. We travel the entire nation doing this. If you want to take a second and look at the map right there, you'll see everywhere that we've been. We have nothing but 5-star reviews on our social media platforms, mainly Houzz, which the description will be in this link of the video or in the comments depending on what platform you are seeing this video from. Over the years of learning all of this, it was definitely through trial and error because of all the information that I read online thinking it was correct and it was not. I can assure you, so much wrong information. So I'm here to try to help somebody else out who might need this key information to be able to German Schmear or just clarify some things. If you find any of the information in this video useful, be sure to like, follow, or subscribe us to see future content. So we're going to get started with some of the wrong or misconceptualized information. People often wonder, is it smear or is it smear? The answer is really either. Both really mean the same thing. One's more of a negative context or connotation, but it could be either. We spell it S-M-E-A-R, and I don't think there's anything inaccurate about that. Some people spell it S-C-H-M-E-A-R. Also, same thing, no inaccuracies there. People often wonder where the origination of German Schmear came from. There's two main stories I've heard. One was whenever the Berlin Wall came down, and one is obviously the one that everybody likes, old world European castle type situation. That's the story that most people like to go with. That's one that I like to preach as well. But I mean, let's face it, we all can't live in a castle in Europe, even no matter how much we want to, but with this craft we can try to make people's houses look more historic or old world European. What is used in German Schmear? The answer is plain and simple, mortar. Some forums that you might read or just some information online you might see says add paint or it's done with paint. Never use paint with German Schmear. Paint should not go on brick. It does not adhere. Mortar does not adhere to paint. So if you mix paint in with your mortar to accomplish, say, a different color of German Schmear, you're fighting against yourself. It's not feasible. They do not coincide. Another thing I see quite often on threads on Facebook or Instagram, whenever somebody posts a picture of their house, they just got German Schmear, they're super proud of it, and some people like to comment like, oh, you just ruined your brick. This is not true at all. German Schmear is used with mortar. Brick homes are built with mortar. So really all you're doing is adding to the structural integrity. You're repairing any damaged brick joints. So if you get the right company, they'll do a tuck pointing at the same time as the German Schmear. So you're really getting a 2-for-1 with the German Schmear package. You're not damaging your home, assuming you use the correct mortar. Along with you adding to the structural integrity of your home, some people think that German Schmear, because you're wiping so much mortar over the brick, you're clogging the pores. But this isn't true either. That's what paint does. Paint rests on the surface. Mortar is breathable and it's porous, unlike paint, which seals over top of the brick. The mortar remains porous even after it's cured and dried. Now this next one gets me. I don't care what lead generation website you read, what professional DIY or blog that you read. German Schmear is not and should never be cheaper than painting your brick home. It is so labor intensive. The materials, yes, the materials are cheaper than paint in most cases, depending on the style or the color you want. But the labor is so intensive. The prep work is extraordinary. Mortar gets everywhere. It's not a clean job. So you have to take so many precautions to make sure that you're not getting that mortar on places it shouldn't be, because if it sits somewhere for too long, it's there. It's cured, especially if you're using a Type S mortar. You're not getting it back off. And then the labor application, you got to go every single joint line by hand, multiple times in some cases. If you're price shopping for German Schmear and somebody comes up and says, say you got an entire house, 1,800 square feet, 2,000 square feet, and somebody comes up to you and says they can do it for $5,000, I can almost 100% guarantee they've never done this process before. And they watch some videos online and they think they can do it. But this process is permanent. And it's super labor intensive, and you should not trust somebody who cannot photo verify or provide contacts of past clients who can say that, yes, this person's done this job. A full house should never cost you $5,000. And if you go with that quote, it might come out good, but it might be a horrible mistake. You don't buy a Ferrari and take it to a regular mechanic shop to get repairs, especially if they haven't been vetted or can't prove they've worked on a Ferrari before. No, you take it to a specialty shop that specializes in the repairs, modifications, or whatever, upgrades to Ferraris. The average house in the market now costs a Ferrari, so I mean, it's a good analogy. If your home costs $250,000, $500,000, $1 million, like, you don't want to ruin that investment by trying to save a few $1,000s on this process. Anyway, let's go ahead and get past that point. Another thing is, I see online a lot of people say mortar only comes in white. That's not true. Colors are more difficult to work with. If you want to color your mortar, you can. It's possible. It will typically cost a little bit more, and you got to be way more careful with it. If you get your ratios wrong, if it's not pre-blended coloring, you got to blend it on site, it could come in different shades throughout your house as it all cures and dries. There is also no correct water to powder ratio. I see a lot online, it says a 70-30% mix, but it really depends on the style you're going for and the tools that you're using. So we offer 4 main styles, and then custom, we variate our styles to whatever degree we need to bring our customers' vision to light. But each style requires a different mixture ratio and needs to be a different consistency and requires different tools to achieve the style that our customer is going for. So take those ratios with a grain of salt, and you really just gotta trial and error. You gotta figure out what works for you with what you're trying to achieve with your home. And again, you guys, German Schmear is such an awesome way to transform your home. I've worked on so many across the entire nation, and I don't think once I've ever worked on a house with the same exact manufacturer brick on it than another house. So it's like each home you got to figure out what works, what ratios work, what tools you got to use, but all of them come out so unique and so amazing. That's all I got for now in this video for the wrong information, the commonly wrong information we see on the internet. Again, if you liked any of the information that I had to share with you today, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to our page. We'll have future videos coming out for key important facts or information or techniques for German Schmear. So be sure to give us a follow, give us a like, share. Once again, my name is Thomas. I am the owner, founder, and chief operator of German Schmear Specialists. We travel to all 50 states in the country. We always provide free virtual estimates and have nothing but 5-star reviews down the board. You can find those on our house profile, which again is linked in this description. Feel free to visit our website, Facebook, and Instagram for photos and videos of our past projects we've completed for inspiration. I would love the opportunity to help bring your vision to light for your home. Thank you for watching. Follow, like, subscribe. Have a great day.